Yeah, why is that? Okay, I guess it makes sense now, Sanders. Like, okay, it's after Thanksgiving, so it makes sense now. But I see people on November 1st, like the day right after Halloween, like stores start selling and people put up Christmas stuff and decorations and lights and all this stuff. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like, you got another national holiday to look forward to. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm just about to yell at it. It never made sense to me. Why am I getting passionate about this out now? Welcome to Town of Football. My name is Hassan Khan. Hope you guys enjoyed your Thanksgiving, where you saw your traditional Detroit and Dallas teams play at home, where they respectively won, beating the Green Bay Packers and Oakland Raiders. And just a reminder, because this is the last time I get to see you for the month of November, where I'm participating in Movember, where millions of men are growing their mustaches out to raise awareness for men's health. That's why you see players like Aaron Rodgers and Danny Amendola have epic stashes. You can find out more information and how you can donate in the link in the description. Hungriest player of the week, the one that wanted it the most. Larry had a good point and kind of makes sense. I'm naming the whole freaking New England Patriots team the hungriest player of the week. Because in that game against the Denver Broncos, they were down 24-0 at halftime. Oh, and never, ever do you count out Tom Brady. He led an amazing comeback. Him, Julian Edelman, who had 9 receptions, 110 yards, and 2 touchdowns. The Patriots defense stepped up in the second half. The Broncos didn't show up at all. And the Patriots won 34-31. I like to say, actually, the Broncos took a 40-minute shower and missed the second half of the game. Get it? It was an instant classic. Random moment of the week. Now, just because of the time period, we're going to take you back to 2 years ago on Thanksgiving Day.
Going on Evan Dietrich Smith, he's going to jam his head into the turf about 3 times, and then he's going to get up and he's going to stomp on him right here, and he's going to be ejected from the game.
Lions defensive tackle Ndamukong Suh pulled a little Albert Hainsworth right here. Now, don't worry, guys. He was fine. He was punished eventually by NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell, whom no one likes. I don't like him either. What was funny, though, was Suh's explanation after that stop.
The situation that I was in, I was on top of a guy being pulled down and trying to get up off of the ground. And why you see me pushing his helmet down, because I'm trying to remove myself from the situation. And as I'm getting up, I'm getting pushed, so I'm getting myself on balance and getting out of the situation.
Right. Like how it was not Thanksgiving the other day, or the sky is not blue and the grass is not green, and I did not have 3 dates in 1 weekend before. Like anyone is going to believe you. Now listen to Ndamukong. Now I know you said you're not going to change your playing style and you have a reputation of being a dirty player, and you're going to let all these fines just tally up on you and it's not going to affect you at all. Now you're only 3 years into the league, but once you get older, you're going to realize that that's a lot of money. By the way, I never had 3 dates on 1 weekend. I could though. With the stash, huh? Top 3 games of the week start off when the Arizona Cardinals travel to the East Coast to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. And has Carson Palmer found a comfort zone or what? Because in the past 4 games, he's been on fire. They need to win this game to stay apace with the 49ers and the Panthers to get a wild card spot. As for the Eagles, they need to win this game. Otherwise, the Cowboys are now automatically, suddenly, atop the NFC East. Denver versus Kansas City Part 2. Now this is a vital game because after starting out 9-0, the Kansas City Chiefs have lost 2 straight games, the first being against the Broncos 2 weeks ago. This game could be the deciding factor between which one of these teams goes on to get a first round bye and which team is going to get stuck in the wild card. The Saints versus the Seahawks. Now the Saints are unstoppable at home. They're not at home in this game. They go to CenturyLink Field to take on the Seahawks, where Russell Wilson is 13-0 in that stadium. Hasn't lost a game in that stadium in his whole entire career. It's going to be interesting to watch because both of these teams are in position to get a first round bye. However, if one of them slips and the Panthers win, Panthers can move up. 6-5 in my upset picks this season. And this week, I'm taking a huge lead. I'm picking the Houston Texans to beat the New England Patriots. Yes, you heard that correctly. I'm picking the Texans at home in Reliant Stadium to end their 9-game losing streak against the 8-3 Patriots. I got that feeling, man! This week on the Wrath of Khan, let's talk statistics. An NBC Sunday Night Football's thriller between the Denver Broncos and New England Patriots that had 24.5 million viewers. Okay? And Fox's 4:25 p.m. game between the 5-5 Dallas Cowboys and the 4-6 New York Giants, in which they dub as America's Game of the Week, that had 26 million viewers. Why is that? Why did that have more views than NBC's Instant Classic? Well, could it be because the Cowboys are America's team, which, me personally, I think it should be the Green Bay Packers because they're the most classic, they're the most historic. Lambeau Field, Vince Lombardi. When you think American football, you think of the Packers, but that's a topic on its own. Or could it be because of, now if you're a fan of an NFC East team, don't get your panties in a wad, just hear me out. Could it be because of NFL's overhyping of the NFC East? You see, this year's NFC East isn't like the years before. It's not as good as Eli Manning and Michael Strahan's amazing run to the Super Bowl to top the undefeated New England Patriots. It's not as amazing as Tony Romo's incredible 2007 campaign when he had Terrell Owens on the same team as him. It's not as good as McNabb making NFC Championship games and having a good shot at making the Super Bowl. No, this year's NFC East, people like to dub it as the NFC Least. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm saying this because this week, your NBC Sunday Night Football game is the incredible 4-7 New York Giants versus the incredible 3-8 Washington Redskins. NBC likes to do something called flex games between the weeks 11 and 17, where if a team doesn't turn out to be as good as they expected, they would move their game down from the NBC Sunday Night Football time slot and get another game that's getting played that week that has playoff implications and move it on up to the primetime slot so that it could get more viewers. However, that's not happening this week between these two NFC East teams that have a combined 7-15 record. I can name another game that I think everyone would love to see besides that one. The Cincinnati Bengals versus the San Diego Chargers. The Bengals are 7-4, are one game atop in the AFC North and have to win to keep the AFC North slot. However, the Chargers are competing for a wildcard spot, competing with 9 other teams that have a good shot at making it. I'm pretty sure a lot of people would love to see that. But why is the NFL constantly overhyping the NFC East? Well, I don't know. That's all I got for you this week. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter at @It'sASanKhan. Use the hashtag #KhanOfFootball. If there's anything that you want me to say on the show, or do you have any questions that you want answered on the show, heck, just tweet it to me and I'll answer it. 100% promise. And remember, this is the place to go for your NFL news, content, entertainment, and innuendos. The feature football pleasure having delivered the best thing to happen in the NFL since Thanksgiving night last year, the butt fumble. I have ambitions of being an NFL broadcaster and /or analyst, telling you too can pursue your passions if you just stay hungry.